let's take you back to the Finance Ministry, where my colleague James Aveji is standing by with update on the picketing of members of the Pensioner Bondholders Forum who are still asking for total exemption from the domestic debt exchange program. James, if you can hear me, let's understand how the situation is at the ministry.
Okay, Bray, so this is day one of week 2 of the pensioner bondholders picketing that have been happening for the past 5 days, and today is the 6th day of that picketing. And if you can see behind me today, it looks like the numbers are quite encouraging than the latter part of last week, and the pensioners are here in their numbers. And as I was indicating, there are some persons who are joining them from other regions as well. We have an individual who have joined them from the OT region, all the way from the OT region to join them. He's also a bondholder, a pensioner bondholder, and he's here to solidarize with his colleagues. We have other individuals who are not bondholders. He is also not a pensioner, but he has also come to picket here with the pensioners, and we'll be interacting with some of them to get exactly why they have decided to join the picketing this morning. So the gentleman in the shot right now is not a pensioner, but he is here this morning. Let's get to interact with him a bit more to know why he's decided to join the old folks this morning. Thank you, sir, for your time. Kindly tell us your name.
My name is Charles Fodjoe, Agman, a pharmacist and a former General Secretary of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana.
Okay, you are a former General Secretary of the
Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana.
Okay. Why did you decide, you are not a pensioner, why did you decide to be here this morning?
Well, I feel that it is highly inappropriate for our age group to leave the aged ones to be the ones picketing alone. If we believe that they have a good cause, we should be joining them. And we should show a good cause to them that, yes, we support their cause. And I believe that, and as a matter of principle, I don't think that as a nation, we should let the aged who have carefully planned their pension to depend on their pension returns to be the ones whose money will be used. We should not allow the pensioners whose money they are carefully planning to take care of their medication and their food in their pensions, for their money to be used to save the country in these times. There are so many options that we can use. So I think that it will be highly unacceptable for us to see them, even one of them lose their life or not be able to feed because they could not have access to their planned investment. So it will be a taboo. It will be a taboo in the entire nation. And I call on CSOs, the media, the clergy, the imams, and everybody. We should rally and say, this is not the money that we need to save our country at this time.
Right. So that is a former General Secretary of the Ghana Pharmacists Association. He is not a pensioner, but he's here this morning to give solidarity to the pensioners. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. And I have another pensioner here. He's traveled all the way from the OT region to be here this morning to also picket. Let's find out if he's also... sir, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, my name is Brito. I'm also a pensioner and a bondholder.
Okay, you are also a bondholder. Are you here purposely for this, or you are in town and decided to be here this morning?
I'm here purposely for this because I am coming from OT region. When last week I saw a news flash that pensioners were picketing here. So I decided to join them this morning to also add my voice to it.
When did you invest in the bond?
2015.
2015?
No, sorry, 2017.
2017. Have you had any benefit from the bond over the years?
Yes, the last benefit was in September 2022.
Okay, So you are also here to solidarize with them. Yeah, so that is another pensioner. He came all the way from the OT region to also picket here this morning. Let me try and see if I can get the convener of the group, Dr. Edwan Anientry, just to pick a few thoughts from him quickly before we let him go. Now, the deadline for the signing on onto the bond has ended on Friday. Let's know what their fears are. Dr. Edwan Anientry, the deadline has elapsed. Government has closed the portal to signing on to the bond. Are you afraid that you will suffer the consequences of self-exemption?
No, we first, whether the window is closed or not, we were not going to tender in our bonds. So we don't have a problem with closure or non-closure of the window. As at now, because the window is closed, we will be treated as having voluntarily opted out. But we didn't do that on our own. We're still waiting for the minister to exempt us. So even though it can be taken that we have voluntarily opted out, that is not what we want. Otherwise, we wouldn't be starting this thing at all. Okay. We know it was voluntary, but we wanted to be taken out of it because we know the difference between when you voluntarily go out and when you are exempted. Yes, yes.
All right. The finance minister we hear is supposed to update us on the status so far, the progress so far of the program. What are your expectations from him when he addressed the country?
I expect him to just say the pensioners has been exempted. He will be giving an update on what has happened, the results, fine. But I expect a statement to come because at this time, you can't get us into the program. Okay. It's close. You can't get. Maybe previously he was standing on his grounds thinking that some people would come under, but now it's over. Okay. So we just have to exempt it. And we don't want to be self-exempt people, no.
Failure for government to exempt you, what happens?
Failure will mean we will continue to be here every day.